What's up? What's up? Another day leveled up. It's your boy Salem, back with another one for you. How's everybody been doing? Hope everybody's been doing well. I myself have been doing great. It's been about almost a couple weeks since I've actually uploaded a video, but just been staying busy, actually trying to position myself in a way that I can actually step away from a 9 to 5 and at the same time help you guys out a lot more, which I'm very excited about. And actually, my pleasure to announce to you guys that I'm finally opening myself up to one-on-one consults starting this week. Link will be in the description. I'm excited, super excited to start to finally actually talk to you guys one-on-one, help you guys out with any questions you have about just mastering yourself. And I'm looking forward to learning from you guys as well. But link will be in the description, free for a period of time. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's get to it. Let's get into today's topic. I'm going to talk about the nice guy syndrome, how to break free of this. I'm going to start off with the nice guy syndrome and get into going back and forth on how to just get rid of these type of conditionings that we've been led to just live in. I myself have been a nice guy for the longest, and it's brought me a lot of heartache, a lot of problems, a lot of needs not being met because I was brought up to just be the nicest guy, expecting that the world should just recognize this, recognize that I'm a nice guy and start treating me like one. But no, it's not how life works. You gotta be assertive. You have to set boundaries. You have to be one that puts your needs first rather than putting everyone else's needs before your own. And I'd say most nice guys, we all start out by doing things for outside validation. Starting off with trying to be a nice guy for your mom, your grandparents, your teachers, the girls you finally find interest in. You just start to be the nicest guy, and it never works out for you. Never ever. Not until you start to realize, like, well, if this has not been working for so long, why would I continue to go down this path? I need to switch something up. I myself, I try to look up, pick up things and try to just figure out how to just master myself. And I feel like with some guys, especially if you're just trying to get out of the nice phase for a girl, a lot of guys start with the pickup stuff, and that is real empty type things. There's some good things on how to open up a conversation, but it never leads anywhere. And that led me into just becoming more spiritual and figuring myself out, where I was lacking, where's this actual feeling of not being worthy coming from. And for me, it was just me not growing up with my father in place. And you're gonna look for a lot of validation when you don't have that growing up. So that stemmed and spilled over into all my relationships, even with my friends, the girls I'd be talking to. I'd be a little too needy, but I was never trying to fill myself up or figure out what it really was. And when you start actually doing things for yourself, you start to realize that this starts implying that you are good enough. You're actually taking your own time to actually fill yourself up first with what you love, to going on trips alone, going on a vacation alone, listening to your favorite music, playing a video game, whatever it is that brings you joy and happiness without needing another to bring it to you. We are responsible for our own happiness. No one is here or placed on this earth to bring you that happiness. We got to start with ourselves. And it's funny because all of us nice guys, we try to be low maintenance. You ever try to be a low maintenance nice guy? I don't need much. It's all good. I don't need to eat right now. I'll let everyone else eat. I'll pay for this. Even though I don't have too much money, I'll pay for it. It's all good. All to try to get something back. And it never comes. And then you're salty. Because you're like, why? I'm a nice guy. Like, why isn't the world treating me like a nice guy? It's not how it works. And it's funny because when you try to appear needless, it prevents you from getting your needs met. Because unless you actually feel worthy of what you're actually wanting, why would it ever come? If you didn't feel worthy first, why would it come? That goes back to like the law of attraction type energy that you carry around. If you guys are retaining, you just start to feel worthy of everything. I like to say the world owes you nothing, but you're worthy of it all. When you take care of your own energy, your own happiness, your own mood, your own health, your own mental state, that energy alone is attractive. People will pick up on that. And it's funny because ironically nice guys are sometimes the most needy. You could be like, I don't need much, but on the back end, you're like the most needy person. You need things to be a certain way. You need your girl to be this certain way. Like, but you do it all in unclear methods. You try to be like real passive aggressive. You do things in an indirect way, covert ways, just trying to control the situation. Excuse me. But you can never control things by you just being a nice guy. But you being a nice guy does not give you an authority to do what you want. That's a crazy thing. That could go on a whole other scale. Like some nice guys are sometimes creeps because they try to be a nice guy and they pay for things out of a way to get what they want, thinking that because they paid, they now have the authority to tell you what to do. That's not how the world works. And that would lead you down a dark path until you actually finally straighten up and figure out how to tell people and the world what you want without harming others at the same time. Like that's how you actually get the life you want. And nice guys, I've realized, are sometimes like the most terrible receivers. Like they can never really accept gifts. They don't like gifts. They don't even know how to like say thank you in a proper way without being like, I don't need this though, you know, I don't need this. It's just like, just take it. The world wants to give it to you, so receive it. You don't always have to be giving all the time. Allow yourself to actually receive the world at a point. So yeah, another point. Nice guys go about taking control rather than letting things unfold. They'll never be too chill. Like the nice guys are sometimes always like on edge. You could just feel their energy that they just can't let things go. They got to be like, they may be like nice to everybody, but they're not rubbing everyone the right way. And they go about using contracts like, I will do this if you do this for me. And they expect that the person that they're doing it for is gonna be like, not be aware of the subtle contract in the background. Like, if you go get me food, I will pay for your food because I just don't feel like doing it. Even some guys that go about paying for actual sexual favors and they feel like an authority because they're paying all this money. As a nice guy, I'm nice, I'm paying you this, so you should be able to do this for me. It's like how backwards that is. No one owes you anything. If you're putting money in their hand or not, they don't owe you anything. And a lot of nice guys go about this caretaking type of way that they believe is loving. But an indirect way of getting one's needs met is by being a caretaker. But real caring comes from a place of abundance with no strings attached. You should never give and actually like be taking track of every time you gave something in a belief that you're going to get it back, because this will allow you to be so frustrated giving to get in return. You'll feel frustrated, you'll feel just literally on edge, looking for when your time is coming, when you're going to finally receive, because you've been given so much. That even goes for some religious people. They give so much, trying to be nice and never allowing themselves to have a boundary, because they're doing it for a validation. They're literally doing it for the Most High's validation. It says in the Bible that your works will not save you, so there's no need to even actually waste your time and energy trying to claim your validity to the Most High and those around you. You have needs that need to be met, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has needs that needs to be met, and we have to actually take control of our own needs and not place those needs on others and expect them to fill our needs. It's no one's place on this earth to do that, and vice versa. And yeah, like if you actually try to do things as a means to an end, you're gonna get frustrated. That's gonna spill over into you actually having a temper, and you just actually lash out on people. And you may not know why, but you're all doing it as like good intent, with all good intentions. But the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So you will be in a world of hurt trying to pave it the nicest way, so so-and-so sees it's all good, but never is. Do not buy one's love by making them feel in debt. It's a great point. Do not buy one's love expecting them to feel in debt to you to give you back the same love you're giving. It's backwards. You got to become truly selfish. It's healthy to have needs, and you should make sure they're met, but do not place these needs on another, because being needy is the quickest way to abandonment. You need to figure out how to actually get your needs met by yourself alone, solely. And then you're actually just feeling good. People want to come around because you're just runneth over. Your energy is just contagious. They just like being around you because they're like, what are you doing that is actually bringing you so much happiness? Like, I want to learn from you. Can you teach me how to actually get my own happiness as you do, and not need another human being to actually give me this happiness? Because the biggest problem that we all face is other human beings. At the end of the day, it's always another person. It's not an animal, it's not nature. It's always 100% of the time another human being is not being exactly how you want them to be. But when we finally relinquish that control and allow things to unfold, it's like, it's cool, I got my needs met. I'm truly selfish to myself by not involving anyone else in my own happiness. But when I come together with the other, we're gonna have some happiness. But you gotta help each other out by helping yourself out first. People are attracted to one who has a sense of self. This goes for girls as well. Girls sometimes rely on guys to bring them that happiness. They go home and they're expecting gifts or whatever, and vice versa. Guys could be the same way. But the moment you actually start placing your own needs as a priority, the world will actually start treating you as a priority. Isn't that crazy how that works? Life is a mirror. Your inner reality creates your outer reality. You're telling yourself you're worthy, you're eating the right foods, confirming and implying that you're worthy, you're working out, taking care of your health, your mental health, your spirit. The world's gonna treat you like someone worthy of what you asked for. Then you don't feel weird or unworthy about asking for certain things, because you're not being needy. You're just like, hey, this is what I do for myself. If you're gonna be here, this is what happens. That's what goes down in my actual sphere of influence. That's how I influence myself. Expressing your feelings, you actually claim your power back when you tell people how you actually truly feel. A lot of nice guys, we just don't actually tell people how we truly feel because we don't want to rock the boat. We want things to be smooth at all times, even if it compromises your own sanity. It's crazy. Setting boundaries actually helps you get the life that you want. It's counterintuitive. When you actually set those boundaries, then people will actually respect you when you actually let them in. If you don't have boundaries and you're too nice, you're just drained at the end of the day. No one's respecting you because you don't even respect yourself in your own time. I can't answer every phone call and text message when I have allotted this time to build myself up on this certain time of day. I can't answer every phone call. I can't help every single person that needs help at that certain time if that time is butting into my time. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's funny because like when you actually set these boundaries, especially you guys, if you tell your girl that you have boundaries and you have some time for just you, she's gonna test you to see if you're actually truly trying to hold up those boundaries. Just to test your strength. And most nice guys will crack, and they're like, oh, well, I don't want to make my girl mad, you know? That's the last thing I want. It's like you're still doing things for outside validation. You have to confirm that you're worthy enough no matter what. Life is a gift. Your girl is a gift. People are a gift. Get the life you want by actually setting boundaries. Filling yourself up first. Trying to be perfect, trying to perfect something trying to perfect something is something all nice guys do. And I've realized one of my favorite artists, one of my favorite rappers, Logic, homie, love that guy. But he's also realized he's been a nice guy for the longest, and he's dealt with a lot of mental anxiety, and he now finally feels like he's stepping away from music for a little bit, and all because he finally feels worthy. But he's been the nicest guy, just giving the fans and everybody so much of himself and not really taking care of his health and his mental health like he really should, even though he's really given us a lot of great works. He's now figured out it's time for him to actually just put his own needs first. And you could still be successful being a nice guy, but you're not going to be happy. Is that really truly success? I don't know. People are waiting on the things that you've been trying to perfect. People don't even know what perfect means in your head. So just get it out, let it be good enough, and keep it moving. Just do that. Why don't you just actually figure out how to be consistent rather than perfect all the time? That's something I'm struggling with myself, and I definitely am getting better and better each day, but it's all a process. Another thing is learning how to ask for help. People can't read your mind. People can't read what I need or you. So not until we're actually get rid of the nice guy syndrome and be like, hey, like I actually need this. Would you mind helping me with this? People were like, oh, I didn't know that. For sure, I'll definitely try to help you out. But you're not going into it with any expectation, letting things unfold. Do the most you can yourself and still allow help. But I'm going to conclude this video. I hope I shed some light on a lot of great things, some things that us nice guys could all learn from at the end of the day. And going forward, like I said, I'm just happy to be able to help you guys starting with YouTube, one-on-one consults, and a lot of things coming down the line. I'm excited. But if any of you guys resonated with this, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop more content. Until next time, just know, a belief may be comforting, but only through true experience can it be liberating. Grant yourself permission to level up. Until next time, it's your boy Salem. I'm out.